They knew he was going to be in this area. They're able to find Arcides, so now it's all down to Gunless. He only needs to get a killer.
They line up! He couldn't quite finish it. Did he hop off it? He did hop off it for a second, though. He's right back on it. Get up there. Go. He's got to go. He goes on. Can he get there in time? Can he get there in time? I think he got it. Oh, he got the kill. I thought the defuse was in. He got the kill. Are you kidding me? What a play from Gunless.
His assault tries to go off the top rope, looks to take the one-on-one, but Envoy, he's got the headshot, he's got the snapper. His assault and Alex both get put in the dirt. Envoy makes the play at the home flag.
Yeah, and when it does get a little bit scary for them, it's Envoy who goes big. 11-5 starties. Can he find two more? He can. Just finessing around the tire shot. 5, 6, 7 in a row for Envoy.
We've seen him do it all year long, but a reminder what an unreal talent he is in this title. 14-5. Can we get right back over to him? Thank you. He's got 7 in a row. We got to see how far he can take this. As not only is he getting the kills, he's securing the sights. He's able to get B, and now can he do it on defense? Here comes a flood from Minnesota. 8th down, 9th down. The 10th is lining up. The challenge.
What it was, Formal's going to answer back, and it's going to be a 4v4 as Cammy will fall. Scum trying to find one on the flank, and he doesn't even have to open that door. It was open for him. Finds one, finds two. Scum, you disgust me.
That's nice. That's what you want to see. And that's going to be a 4 versus 2 now. On point, Arcides goes down. And now makes it all down to Methods. Once again, Scumpy, can he get it done with a nade? He's going to push him back. Formal's already on the defuse, so either way, Methods has got to do something incredible to get that kill. He'd have to get the kill and run across map.
left.
The fans
is
know it's done.
over.
The fans know it's done.
Know it's over. Chicago, they know it's done. Varsity showing some extra love to Krim. Krim 14 and 30, map 3. Not a great performance from him.
I think we first pointed out he was like 2 and 10. He started. Alec, Varsity still torching bodies as the final seconds tick away. That does it. Chicago Huntsmen are your winners at the London Home Series Final.
Welcome to the Huntsmen Pre-Show. The Huntsmen Pre-Show, the show before the show.
We need a theme song, dude.
I know. Josefa, where though is the theme song? I thought we were gonna have a theme song, some dippity doo da dippity day. The Huntsmen Pre-Show is here today.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things. Jordan, welcome back. Fist me, brother. What's up over there, Alan? Don't touch him. Do not touch his head. Stop doing that. Listen to me. Stop. Do not.
Disrespect.
Do you
dude.
not remember what happened to Karma when he tried to mess with my man? He got fucking choked out. That's what happened. Came out from, put him in the Heimlich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a new MMA maneuver, the Heimlich. I think it's called the Heimlich maneuver. What that is. We have Big Timer on my right-hand side, back at it again. We are super psyched to be on here. Obviously, the first show was a great success. The Plausibly Live, Alan, the Plausibly Live show. So this is obviously a pre-recorded show, but nonetheless, it's going live. So that means it's a live stream show that's alive and well. And we have a lot to talk about today, including but not limited to the fact that my man's General has been subbing in. We won't go into too much detail, obviously, because the game is still afoot. We still a lot of things that need to happen, but still, you've been doing well.
Yeah, I think the whole team vibe and everything has been a really good atmosphere. I think constructive criticism is like a really big part of like our effort and everything going into it. It's really good. Yeah,
I tuned in for a little bit in Seth's stream, and everybody was gassing you up. Now, I obviously didn't have any doubts that you were going to be good, but the fact that you're a main AR and you're going like that hard with the sub, just reminded me of a Young Me, the song. I'm going to say, what's up with you?
So the meta 4 subs, 1 AR at the moment?
Yeah, so I think the only map, literally the only map you can get away with like 3 to 2 ARs is Cave.
Okay.
But besides that, every other map is just straight 4 subs.
So you went straight sub for most of the maps?
Yeah, basically.
Is that a tough transition?
Well, I've been using a sub like on and off this entire year because the MP5, it's basically better than a Maddox, basically better than the SOG last year.
Right.
So whenever I'm practicing in 10s or any free-for-alls or any pubs, like it's the only gun I use.
Right.
So.
Man. So in other news, and before we get into the show, I wanted to let everybody know that tomorrow I am going, or today as you're watching this, I am about to go get my COVID-19 test, my antibody test.
Wait, it's gonna go.
Yeah, they're gonna swab me.
You've seen it, right?
It happened to me.
What happened?
Last year when I came back from Mexico from my fishing trip with the Guggen Squad in Mexico, I came back and I was the sickest I've ever been. This is 2018. Okay.
Yeah.
Or 2019. This was 2019.
January, like 6 months ago.
January 2019.
Oh, January 2019.
January 2019. I come back from Mexico, right? And I just had a regular flu. I go to the urgent care, and this lady pulls out a big thing like that, and I'm like, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna swab your nose, and I'm like, okay. I just picture she was gonna one of those things. She said, wham, and that's.
Dude,
look, I got so traumatized right there that I couldn't even describe it. It literally went through my nostril all the way into
the back. I thought your nose. I thought it went up,
dude,
until I've seen these like X-ray photos. It goes straight back, into the brain.
Yeah.
Bro, I saw the
I'm not done.
Like
let me tell you my traumatizing.
Listen, man, a military guy was crying on video doing it.
I bet.
Yeah.
And
hold on.
You're doing it again though.
No. Listen to this. So I'm sitting there. I've never had this done before.
Yeah.
Okay. No one's ever grabbed a swab and swabbed me.
Same. Nobody doing this shit.
Anyway, I was gonna say something. Anyway, so she does it, and I'm like, Oh, I'm like, oh my God, that's the most painful. And before I say it, the most painful thing I ever said, she did it on the other one.
Before
She-
you had a chance to
before I
like
had a
realize.
chance, she was so good too. She was one of those Olympic knife, the little thin,
She
little
was bobbing
needles,
and
the
weaving with you.
needlers
Yeah.
with the mask and
Yeah.
on guard.
Oh my
I
God.
was not on guard. Okay, I was de-guarded. If anything, it was the most painful thing I've ever experienced. So when they talk about this day and age, or in this climate, when they are jabbing you, I believe it, and it's painful. So no, tomorrow I'm only going. I know that I had it already, but tomorrow I am going to go get my blood drawn, and they'll be able to tell me whether or not the antibody
You
is
got
there.
a lot of people got the antibodies.
If you have the antibodies, it means that you had it already.
Right.
You have it, I bet you. You
Think so?
have it. Matt has it. Josefo has it.
Has what? The antibodies?
The
or
antibodies,
the virus,
yeah.
right? Oh, okay.
The antibody, not
Yeah,
the
no.
virus. No. When we went to Michigan, that's when I had it. That's the sickest I've ever been. If anything, you know
Was
who
it
has
really
it?
traveling back then, though?
Huh? Yeah.
Early
it-
2019? You think it was still
studies?
going around?
Studies per Hutchin?
I saw fall last year. I didn't see January 2019. It's
No.
possible, I guess.
No. That one was from a Mexican flu.
Oh.
A Bassmaster.
Oh, you don't think that was the coronavirus?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I don't even know. She jabbed me in the back, and I don't remember anything at all. I don't remember her name. She was the wham bam. Thank you, sir. Next.
Yeah.
You know, I just hope that it wasn't something that I sort of felt. It didn't mean too much. It didn't mean as much to me as it did to her, I bet. But it hurt. It hurt my heart.
Sounds
to my
like
deepest.
it.
Anyway, so that's what I'm going. You were sick, and you were on a cruise. And I remember you calling me. I'm like, "Yo, you coming into content?" He's like, "No, I'm on my way to a cruise." And I'm like, "No, Will."
In hindsight, that probably wasn't the best idea.
Will, I'm like, "Will, why? Why?"
Come on, man.
I thought I could avoid it. There were so many like sanitation procedures in place on that cruise too. Anywhere you went, you had to walk through, and they had like a saying: "Washy, washy, happy, happy." You had to be washy, washy, happy, happy everywhere you walked through. You couldn't walk through the ship without hand sanitizer everywhere. Anytime
Really?
you walk in a restaurant, anytime you
So
walk through a
what
common
cruise
area.
was it? And where were you going?
It was the Norwegian getaway. We went to like Belize and some different places in the Western Caribbean, which might have actually been Norwegian came out with a 8K form they posted the other day, and they might be going out of business. So I
No.
may have taken like the last Norwegian cruise.
Wow.
Damn. Did you steal anything from the boat?
I should have.
Can you steal anything from the boat?
I think I took a robe one time.
Did you?
I like robes.
Robes?
Yeah.
I've seen you in robes.
Yeah, they're nice.
Ooh.
Have you ever stolen anything from a hotel or something like that? Don't say the hotel if you have.
I've never been on a cruise before.
No, what about a hotel? I've never been on I would never be on a cruise.
I don't know. Maybe like a napkin. I don't know.
Stole a napkin.
I don't know.
My man
Just
stole
in
a
case.
napkin.
I don't.
But what if
I'm stealing stuff
what
out
if I'm
here.
eating a sandwich and I got some I need to get
Gotta
that?
wipe my
I don't know,
face.
like a W napkin or something.
I used to, at every hotel that I went to, when I was fishing, I would steal the little hand towels and I would bring those fishing. I catch a fish and then wipe my hands. Now
That's
it's
smart.
all over me.
Yeah.
You know, the slime is just like
You got to get it on.
Are you a
That's part of the
slimy guy?
experience.
It's part of the experience. Just on my clothes, I won't get it on my hands. It's just not the way that I am personally at. Anyway, so we are the pre-show for the Florida Mutineers home stand. Unfortunately, the Chicago Huntsmen, I already said that. We're not there this week. We have a bye week. And typically, Jordan, why don't you tell the public what it is that we do on bye weeks or when we're not at events?
I mean, we're either practicing hard, scrimming, or we're usually watching the matches as a team.
That's right. We're having a watch party here at the Hex quarters.
You guys do some scouting, like watching people's strategies.
Yeah, I mean, it's never bad to watch
Right.
people to take their stuff.
Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
if it's working.
Yeah.
So
So you went from taking napkins to taking strategies from other teams. I like it.
Work-
Last
work-
time
work
we had a
smarter.
last time we had a watch party was like literal Super Bowl party. We
Yeah.
started it downstairs. We pre-gamed in Nirvana Food and Spirits, right? We got a couple of drinks, and then Maddie joined us, and then Josefo was already up here editing or something, and then we all came up here and we started watching the games, and that's when the pizza came.
Yeah.
It got really wild.
Pre-coronavirus, when the world
Yeah, this was like I think a
normal.
week before. No,
I think it was like right when it was like blowing up.
what? Okay, answer me this and riddle me this because I don't remember. Do you? Was it when we were in Minnesota? That was the first one.
Yeah,
And then 2 weekends after that, we were in London.
London.
Okay, that was like right as it was breaking.
London, yeah, 5 days after we came back home from London, that's when everything was on lockdown.
Yeah.
So if like in a different alternate universe, like we're literally stranded there for a couple couple weeks.
It wouldn't have been a bad place to be stuck. Wait, no, it would have. Food's not great there. Okay, sorry. Hey, if you I'm 6% English, friendly fire, according to my saliva, aka DNA, aka Ancestry.com.
6%.
6% English. Well, from England, so I could be 3 and 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends.
I gotta check one of those.
You've never
done it.
spat into a vial.
Oh, you did the legit.
Yeah.
You weren't looking at like a family tree.
No,
or
I did.
something.
And then they sent it in. Jude sent it in. She was super. She did every single one of the dogs too to see if they were dogs.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're fucking dogs. Canines. Who was fucking surprised? Okay, but those things work for sure. It was a pleasant surprise that we were able to sort of see the, where you came from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right. So you being almost as bad as me when it comes to germaphobes.
Oh yeah.
Or germophobia. That's what it is. Have you gotten a little bit more confident, or are you a little bit more at ease now that things starting to calm down, or are you still on high alert?
I think with like a lot of places opening back up, I think there's gonna be like another spike. I think it's only natural just to prepare for something like that. I mean, like I said, like we both said last time, like since we're gamers, like I don't really go outside. Like I usually just stay at home. So nothing's really changed for me. But if we're still going to events, then yeah, that'd be gloves on, mask on, everything.
Alan, good, gotcha. Thank you. All right, so let's get into the minds of the Huntsmen. Obviously, we're gonna spectate this weekend. I think the first match, and we'll talk about it later in the show, is FaZe versus Paris, London versus Ogla, NY versus Toronto, Rocker, Florida. Okay. Now my guess is that FaZe is gonna phase up this event. I'm gonna tell you why. The super hype that they were getting at the beginning of the year was way too. It felt way too good for them. You know what I mean? The winning felt way too good, and they haven't been performing the last 3 events or 2 events. It can't be 4 events.
No, 2, I think.
Yeah, in the last 2 events. So I know that they're thirsty to get out there and start winning.
Well, the last stats I saw, I'm not sure if they were up to date. They've won 84% of their games.
Yeah.
They've only lost 2 full matches.
Yeah, the ones that matter though.
Yeah.
Right. The ones that don't get them to the finals.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens there. But obviously you've been talking with the boys. You've been scrimming with the boys. What's the mindset? What's the vibes like, man? I mean, obviously we're going through a little bit of a transition period. We don't have any information yet. For those wondering what's happening, everything that we're doing is trial. So as of right now, there's no set in stone. Well, first, thank you for being not only an exemplary teammate. Obviously, you've as a starter, you've been on the bench a couple of times. No, this is the first time on the bench, but again, this is one of those things where you've done more than enough. Like you travel to every single event. You make sure that you're watching every single scrim. So if at any point we call you up, then you're ready to go. How's the vibes been?
I think they've been really well. Like I said in the beginning of this podcast, I think when it comes down to like end of the game criticism, I think we've been taking every single like piece of it. If I'm giving something, people are respecting what I'm saying. Vice versa. I think when we have like overall game plans, it's much more calm, I say, and like we're actually executing things, working as a team.
Right.
Like, I think that's a really good thing. So
cool. Overall, what do you think was one of the things? I mean, obviously as a spectator and a knowledgeable one at that, because obviously when I watch scrims and when I'm lost in the sauce, I'm just watching people, shoot people and get to hills. What were some of the things that you noticed that were not being that they weren't putting themselves in a position to succeed? What do you think was like the main defining factor?
I think when I first got the first opportunity to play with this team, like me and Troy talked, and he basically just said, just do your thing like you've been doing like in the past, like just make sure like you're always like either if you're in a position to tell someone what to do, just do it. And that just comes natural to me. And so with this team, like there's usually times where it's like quiet, and I'll just be like, okay, do this. Like, what are we doing? What's the plan here? I'm always like making sure everyone's like, okay, we're double teaming this guy. We're double teaming this guy.
Right.
Make sure we're rotating here. Play for the next hill. I'm just always that voice in the back of their heads, just making sure that we're trying to stay 2 steps ahead.
Yeah. That's good too, especially if you fall behind in a match. I know when I was playing too, that would be a pretty common thing, especially on winning teams when you're not used to losing. If it finally comes around and happens, everybody just goes dead and quiet, and it just compounds. It gets worse and worse. So it's good to have that voice.
I agree. So far, We haven't had a stellar. I mean, we came out firing all on cylinders. We won our first match at the home opener, then we won London. But since then, we've sort of had a little bit of a decline. I don't know. I think I've been in this game since Big Timer was competing. You know what I mean? I know that in Call of Duty, everything is situational. Everything, any given Sunday, somebody can
go off,
can go off, and it'll be more than enough to win a championship. So for me, I've been in these situations before, so I don't get as worried as I have in the beginning of this career of mine. So I don't know. I'm confident that we'll be able to turn it around. I'm confident that with the skill that we have now on this roster, I'm more confident than I've ever been ever. So
still in the 2 slot right now.
Yeah.
As far as points are concerned, so it's not like not fighting from super far behind or anything.
No, I mean we're in second right now, but FaZe didn't compete in the last one.
Right.
Dallas did well, right? So I don't know. I think after this event, we're definitely dropping to third.
Probably third. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Depending on how the Rocker do.
Depending on how Rocker do. Minnesota. I was gonna have a conversation to bring into this show with Gary V, but my man's is way too busy. Obviously, so he's scheduled for rescheduled for the next show. So again, I mean, I personally am not worried about the way that this thing's going. In fact, I don't know, more confident than ever, man. We got Arcides. I mean, what can't you say about that dude? You know what I mean? Like, incredible teammate, incredible. And I just obviously met him, right? I haven't been teaming with him. I say teaming because that is my teammate. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
He is your teammate.
Yeah, that's my teammate. So I haven't teamed with him. He won't play Warzone with me. Might have to find.
Why are you egoing him?
Might have to find him, but it is what it is. So I think I'm confident. I mean, obviously, with leading, we have 4 weeks off, 3 weeks off now, 2 weeks now after this one. So it's like it's been a little bit of this change sort of happened at the perfect time because we have time to adjust. We have time to sort of oil the greasy wheel that needs the non-greasy wheel that needs oiling. You got me there. Anyway, so let's take a look at what the Huntsmen have been doing. Our team has been doing for the last couple of weeks as we get into the next topic. So, Maddie or Josefa, whichever one, press that button that gives that the highlight reel.
The play, he's going on a big pinch. He's able to find one. What else can he find? Scum trying to stay alive. Able to find two, and just like that, Chicago with map number 1. Able to find Arcides, but now it's all down to jumping. Celidius is getting killer.
He couldn't quite finish it. Did he hop off? He did hop off it for a second. Though. He's right back on it. Get up there. Go. He's got to go. He goes on. Can he get there in time? Can he get there in time? I think he got it. Oh, he got the kill.
What a play from him, and that's the big thing, though. Even if you don't have those spawns, the fact that you have them, you got a flood of inside. You're able to get that presence with the hard point early, and Boy keeps on going. Look how difficult it is now for them to come through. And that's 5 in a row, 6 in a row. You know there's at least one, if not more nearby. They fly up to the tower. You gotta get the kill, though. No! Arcides, no! Ruin it. Up the nade from Boy. I'm so glad we get to see this. Look at the Kobe onto the site. What a Chicago Huntsmen are your winners at the London Home Series Final.
A stellar performance, if I do say so myself. Obviously, they've been snapping off. Obviously, I'm a big fan of my players. You know what I mean? I've had young Sethy since he was how old? 17?
When did he finally make the switch? There were a couple times he went back and forth. But yeah, he was probably, how old is he now? 25? This is a long time
That's crazy.
ago. Yeah. He's
25.
He was probably 17, 18, yeah, something like that.
Man, I got to say, the years fly by way too quick.
I'm going to be 29 in 2 months.
And you started with us when you were how old? 21?
Yeah. 21, something like that.
Jesus, man. It's incredible. I look through old pictures every so often just because I'm scrolling through my Instagram, and man, it's a long journey that happened in the blink of an eye.
Yep.
And I heard Casey Neistat, shout out Casey Neistat, God out there. I heard him say a very specific thing, right? Like for kids, everything seems longer because it's all relative, right? Like they've only been on Earth, let's say, a year for them since it's their first year experiencing it.
Right.
It's a long time. The second one, they already get it little by little. You're at 40. I've had 40 of these things. You know what I mean? So everything's just like super quick.
You know what a decade feels like. So imagining the next one.
I have a 10-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that to me is like the most mind blowing thing. I look at her every day and I'm like, wow, you're real. And she's like, what are you doing? I was like poking her like, oh. She's like, what's wrong with that? Anyway, so the move here for you, since you just moved down here from Michigan, how's it been?
Well, the weather's definitely better here. That's the plus. And I do miss the Mediterranean food. Like there was some really good like chicken and hummus places in Michigan.
Yeah.
But in here there's a lot of good food too.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you're working out a lot.
Working out?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I
feel like I'm withering away.
I'll tell you one thing. I got on the scale. I'm at least 30 over what I'm supposed to be. 30, dude. You know how hard it's gonna be for me to lose 30? Not that hard.
It's a long
no, with
time.
these jeans. Nope. All I have to do is cut out all the good foods. Pretty much all the reason for me to lift. I got to cut those out and do that. So move's good.
Yeah, it was good. It was definitely like, you know, any time you're moving with animals or, you know, with a lot of stuff is gonna be kind of hard.
What the fuck? Do you have a circus? What do you mean animals?
With Chloe and Louie.
Those
I mean, dude, they're divas.
Yeah, but they're little dogs. They're not animals.
They're animals.
I don't think
They're driving
children,
cross
actually.
country with a cat. Dude, I packed Freddie up in the boxes, just threw his ass in the back. We were out.
Chloe, my girl dog Chloe is a diva, and then / animal, and then my boy
I don't
dog
think
is
dogs
nice.
or cats belong in the animal kingdom
They're children
anymore.
now.
Yeah, they're children,
They're children.
now. Speaking of moves, we had a very cool thing happen. Alec, instead of moving down to Houston, which I was completely against, but I will support him. Like, yeah, man, if you want to move to Houston, it's all good with me. I'm not going to force you, right? In my head, I'm like, God, man, why don't you move across the street to the apartments? And guess what? He read my fucking mind because he just moved across the street from the Hex Quarters, which to me is super awesome. Let's catch up with him and see how that's going.
No, she didn't walk it. She walked. She walked. Oh, she's here. Okay. Hello. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. These are my nice couches I bought them for our man Pierce's place. TV hooked up. Don't worry about that. This is my sleeping room. Simba's excited about it. I have a gaming room on the other side. Come in the closet. Come in the closet. This is where the business happens. Oh, sorry. Simba's still on my way. You want some fucking screen time? What's up, buddy? What's up? He gets jealous. Moving from the Hex Quarters because it's easy. You get more content from me that you guys want. Hopefully. I'm not just big brain in it, but more content, more people around me. I like to spend time with Hector, Seth, everyone around here, Dylan especially. Nah, never mind. Dylan's okay. It's just easier to do everything around here. Everyone else lives here, so might as well, right? Right now we're here. It's not finished. It's not completely finished, but we're getting there. Good start with it. Dude, just get off camera. Get off camera. Dylan's a great person. He's a fun person. So he's actually like right below me. So he said he's gonna hit upstairs with the broom, and it's gonna piss me off. So if he does that, I'm going to fight him. There's already a note. Did you get rid of the note?
No, it's in there.
No, God. Oh God. There's a note.
There's a note.
I don't know what. Don't look yet. Don't look yet. You might have to blur that out. This is welcome home, Alec. And there's a surprise on the side, but you guys can't see it. That's not good. It's not good for entertainment purposes, because it was a bad thing. Post up. Sponsor me, someone. It would be kind of disrespectful not to be able, or not to go to Florida. Those guys have our number. So we're hopefully gonna sit home, take some notes this time. Maybe I'll just pull up to the Hex Quarters, not Matt though, because he's too cool for us, and watch some COD.
All right, Alec, welcome. Look at the magic, okay? Alan literally turned into my man's Alec. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm sorry for all the Allen fans, but he's out of here.
Yeah, he's out here for just a little bit. So, awesome. I was super happy to hear that you were moving out here. I literally just told him that it cost $300 to move him from downtown Dallas up here, which to me is ludicrous because I think that we spent on moving everybody down here, moving the Scuff House down here.
I don't even want to know.
Cost a good 40, 50 grand. Yeah, 50 grand. It's insane. That's just one house.
You guys were one shot IRL.
Yeah, we're one shot IRL.
I need Sim.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's crazy. So tell me about the decision to do that, and what made you read my mind and stay where you wanted to be.
Honestly, I just kept feeling bad every time I got a text saying content day tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I'm not taking that drive. I'm sorry.
It's a 4-hour drive,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it was.
The thing is this is like I've always been a big fan of yours. Obviously, I always say I'm like I was hoping that one day we would team, but it was like almost an impossible thing to happen. And then the league came up, and then obviously like things happened, and then you were on my team, and I was like, fuck yeah, it's time off to the races. So I'm obviously gonna want to try to create as much content with you, just because that's the way that I am. Every single time I put a camera in front of him, guess what he says?
Fuck this shit.
It's normally something different every time.
Yeah, it's like I signed up for this shit. I knew what I was doing.
Yeah,
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Huh?
So I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yep, that's exactly what he said. But yeah, man, super happy about that. How's the transition been to you?
I mean, thanks to you, it was easy. I'm a diva too, like his dogs, but I don't do shit. I'm a gamer. Like I don't move shit. Like
you don't like to pick anything up?
Nah, my hands. But they did it all. I just sat there and watched them. Sat there watching TikToks the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just. They're like, it was very.
How about the story?
The story. So I trapped Sim in the bathroom because I didn't want him to get in the way. And like I was just sitting on the toilet, like the lid was closed and everything. I was just sitting there watching TikToks, and it was just like some random TikTok. The guy like opens the door a little because he thought like it was good.
You were taking a shit?
I wasn't taking shit. I was just sitting there like it looked like I was taking a shit, but the guy walked in, his eyes just bulged.
It looked like I was taking a shit because I was sitting ass naked on the toilet.
I was not ass naked. There was pants on. I was just the toilet was closed and eyes bulged up. I got so scared. I walked out instantly. What's up? Like, what's up?
He didn't break eye contact. He walks in, he's looking at him like,
What's up, bro?
this isn't weird for me. It's weird for you. This is the first time.
I chased him down. I was like, dude, what's good with you, man?
Why'd you lock the door?
I didn't lock the door. I was closing the door because Simba wasn't like running around the apartment.
Simba?
Yeah, my dog. He was running around the apartment getting in the way. So I was like, dude, just get in here with me. Like you're being annoying to them. So I just locked it. I closed the door and he just walked in. I was like, oh no.
Jesus, who's gonna take it? Who's gonna take it this weekend?
I mean, it doesn't matter because it's not us. So
yeah, I like that
I'm
answer.
just gonna be watching.
So you named your dog after a lion, Simba.
You should see his haircut right now.
He looks like a lion.
Yeah.
You have cats. Now you know who else has cats? I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Cut to the person that has cats, and we'll see what's going on with that dude.
Welcome to my home. Meet Storm. Oh, you want to go now? Listen. Come here. Come here, buddy. Are you camera shy? See, this is my baby now, Storm, he's about 12 weeks, 13 weeks old now. I got him about a week and a half ago, and I'm loving it so far, He's a great cat. He has this little bed behind me over here that he sleeps on when I scrim. Just doing his own thing. But today, earlier in scrims, he pulled out my HDMI mid-scrim, and I was not too happy. So I took him and tossed him off the desk, but, he survives. He's a cat. Like, he jumps from high places all the time, right? But, he's my companion now, this little guy. He terrorizes me a bit, but it is what it is. He's still a kitten. Still got to take him to the vet and stuff to get like his claws out, and because he does be scratching the shit out of me. I won't lie. I got a couple battle scars, and it's all worth it though. It was kind of crazy though. Someone told me the other day. It's kind of crazy to hear that this is gonna be a commitment. These guys live for like 10, 15 years, and I've had like three or 4 cats in the past. Not myself, but like family members. Personally, we had one cat when I was a very little child, but I loved him, and that's why I ended up getting a cat. Just living in an apartment and having a dog would be too hard, in my opinion. and like unfair to the dog. But you know, cats at age do their own thing. You can leave them be and not have to worry about them. And like this guy came litter box trained too, so it's great. He's only shit on himself once, and it wasn't good. He shit on his back paw and stepped in it, and yeah, it didn't smell very good around my house. But you know, he's just been chilling. Obviously, he's a little scared right now. He's new to the camera, but hopefully we get a couple more times with him because he is a funny guy. He is very playful, although it is kind of early in the day. So he's getting ready for his nap soon. I got a new neighbor recently. Alex living right above me, literally the apartment above me. So if I hear him like comment too loud in scrims or comment too loud in tens, I'm gonna take a broom and smack the ceiling just to let him know that I can hear him. You know, I woke up this morning, I heard him stomp in the yard up there, so I let him know in the team speak during scrims. But you know, it's nice having a neighbor now. He used to live down in Dallas, about 30 minutes away, and you know, if you guys have followed like throughout this year, I live right across the street from the Hex quarters, so it's super convenient. I can walk over there whenever we need to do stuff or if I need anything, and now Alec can too, which is great. And he's been scrimming at the Hex quarters until his internet gets set up. But you know, it's nice. It's nice to just have someone here too. We went out and got dinner last night because restaurants are opening up. Although we are keeping our distance, we're social distancing still. You know, lots of sanitizer, washing the hands. But you know, we wanted to get out and have a little meal together. So me, Troy, him, we went out and grabbed a bite, and you know, it was a great time. So it was a great, I guess, welcome to Frisco, right? As of recent, I've been scrimming from home rather than scrimming at the Hex quarters. Mostly because obviously I have a cat now. So I like staying around with him. The team's really looking forward to watching this home series this weekend. You know, we're probably gonna all gather up at the Hex quarters and watch the matches together, learn a thing or two, and try to improve our game as well as, you know, watching other people's. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming to visit me and Storm, and I'm gonna toss it back over to Hector, Jordan, and Big T, and see what they have to say.
Dylan got a kitty cat. If that wasn't the name of a 60s boy band, I don't know what could be. Dylan's got a kitty cat. You have how many?
2 cats.
The first one is
Freddie,
and then the second one is
Dimitri.
All right, first
Dimitri.
I want to put a picture of Dimitri right up here.
Yeah, I'll send you one.
Thank you. Did you see the forehead on that thing? I
Takes after his dad. Look at
bro.
this.
No, I walk in and I'm literally like, Dimitri could headbutt me into oblivion. He could be a bouncer at one of those. Where do you go, Maddie? Bottle Blonde?
Or Concrete Cowboy.
Concrete Cowboy? Yeah, that's where it is. How old are you?
21.
Oh, okay, cool. So you can party. Are you
21.
gonna come out to the party?
Yeah.
No, for real.
What party?
Well, as soon as this is all said and done, we're getting tables
The
set up.
anti-quarantine
The
party?
anti-quarantine party, especially if I have the antibodies.
I like a month after everything opens. I'm not doing the guinea pig thing. So
No. That's what I'm saying. No, we're staying in. But I will say this: both Josefo, Matt, and I went out into the wild just recently.
I had breakfast this morning. I went to a restaurant.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did they?
There was 2 people there.
What about you guys? Have you guys been out?
Me and Dylan went out last night.
Where?
54th Street.
54th Street. You got the Zeppelin pretzels.
No, they're out of a lot of things.
Have you gone out? No. So I haven't. We went out, but only because of the experience, and I wanted to vlog it, but I forgot the cameras, so I ended up not vlogging it. But I'll tell you what. As we walk in, everybody's got the masks on. Okay. And this is very interesting topic that we'll move into. Okay, because we're not seeing. Okay. So we walk in there, and the first thing they do is they pull a gun out. And then they take my temperature. They took my temperature.
At a restaurant? Or where were you at?
At a restaurant right here, right down the street at Jake's. Jake's burgers and hot dogs. Hot dogs wasn't that great. The wings weren't that great. I don't think I'm going back there. But I did tip the young server. But as I was saying, people who wear masks now, how are they going to be wearing masks at the dance clubs? How are you going to meet girls? How are you going to meet dudes? It's got to be verbals at this point.
I wear a mask. I'm a little closer to the city. It's mandatory. You can't go in stores without the mask.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you find the mask?
Somebody sent them. I forget. I don't know. Have my assistant take care of those things. I don't worry about it.
You're that guy.
I like that. What about you? You still have a stash of masks?
Oh yeah, respirators and 95s.
Damn, he's on it. I have masks.
What's crazy is that he offered us a whole bunch of them before, and we were just not able to do that. Right, like we weren't able to. I was so hard headed, and I didn't get them. Now I can't get them. I paid and all this stuff. So this week, obviously, as we're about to, hit it over in a couple of minutes, I think the new tournament for the Mutineers homestand is going to start. We are going to be watching it here, a watch party here at the Hex quarters. Unfortunately, the guy that's not going to be able to join us because he's in LA is my man Matthew Piper, aka Formal.
The GOAT.
I caught up with him earlier today. You want to see what he's been up to?
I do.
I told him if he showed me his, I was going to show him mine.
Show him
and
what?
that happened.
Show him what?
Tune in next.
He's in some freaky stuff.
Let's check it out. Matt, you're stuck in California, and you wouldn't take a private jet to come out here and hang out with us. Why?
Because there's a pandemic going around. I don't know if you know that or not, but
I heard something about that. Yo, last time I was in your room, I took pictures of every single picture you had in the on your wall, and I got one. If I find it, it'll be on the screen right now of you playing baseball.
Yeah, probably back there somewhere.
Anyway, so what have you been doing? Obviously, like aside from scrimming and playing Warzone, what have you been doing?
Been chilling. I don't know. I kind of lost the drive to play Warzone for like a week. But recently, like I've been playing it more, and I just kind of need a break from it. Like, I think when it first came out, I was just playing way too much of it, so I got like kind of bored. Yeah. But now me and Seth have been playing a lot more, and I think we're gonna keep playing and try to get in some tournaments or something. But
cool. So what have you been doing?
Nothing. What do you mean?
Like you wake up, give me your daily routine.
I wake up, I fucking shower, I eat some food, say I ate Chick-fil-A, and I got on to scrim.
Yeah.
I'm done scrimming, I just fucking sit here. Do nothing.
Sit at that very spot.
I'd plop myself down, don't move.
Do you watch Netflix on your computer, or like what do you
Actually,
do?
no. Okay, this is what I've been doing. I've been watching a lot of Netflix. Actually, I've been rewatching The Office from like the very start, and I've actually like really been enjoying that. I literally just finished the whole thing again.
Overrated.
From start to finish. I mean, I really like it. What's your favorite show?
I've only watched it once. I haven't watched it through again.
I could see
all
it
right.
being here.
So, what are you looking forward to this weekend? Obviously, we're not competing. Who do you think has it? Who do you think takes it?
Probably FaZe. If not FaZe, probably New York. If not New York, probably Florida. But
I mean, I could do the same game. I could go down.
What does that mean?
It's like if this team doesn't win, this team can win.
That's you know who does that kind of shit is fucking Ricky. Ricky would be like, I mean, like if we don't win the next round, we lose the game. So like, it's 5-5 and shit. You're like,
obvious?
Ricky, obviously, dude. Like, yeah, he's Captain Obvious, bro.
All right, cool. So to close it out and to let you go, because I know you got stuff to do, I'm gonna show you mine in hopes that you'll show me yours.
All right, what you got? You want to see mine too? Hold on.
Look at this thing. Oh my, it's awesome. Look at that. It's not that bad. I thought it was going to be worse. That is crazy. Man, that's a lot of hair. I wish I do actually. Mine just doesn't mine doesn't grow that long. It just grows upwards. Yours is like cool and drops down.
Oh, mine's like super straight. So like it'll just like keep going.
All right, man. Well, thank you. I hope COVID goes away. You
just literally wanted me to take off my fucking hat, bro.
That's the only reason I told Matt, I'm like, yo, we're gonna get him to show us this. Anyway, as soon as this thing's done, you're flying coach here.
I'm not
ASAP.
Coach.
So there, I showed him his and he showed me mine. Something along those lines. Are you brave enough to show us yours?
No, not right now.
Just
give us a long
quickly.
Day.
Just
no,
do a quick one.
No,
just do a quick one.
No, it's been a long day.
Come on, man.
No,
do it for the gram, dude.
No gram pictures for this. No.
I obviously don't care. I do care. Look at my beard, man. This is as long as it's ever been, and it is the absolute worst because it gets stuck everywhere. It gets stuck everywhere.
Your beard weird? It's not patchy though. It's like it's kind of grown in.
Yeah, but it took 40 years for this. It took 35 years for these two to connect.
Oh,
I'm just not a hairy dude. If you look at my legs, it looks like
beard.
Look, that's real. That's
that real hair?
No, that's real smooth.
Hey man.
Look at all that hair.
I have back hair now.
Back hair?
Like on my, not like the middle of the back. It ain't like that.
Yeah.
But like
you got a happy trail.
Like I had some like shoulders, and now I see it's like it's starting to creep down. This shit's getting real, bro.
What I'm getting a lot as I get older is these little skin tags that I'm about to get surgically removed as soon as this thing goes away. You said not to talk about COVID, and I was just about to. It's like when they tell you, don't look down, don't look down. You look down.
It's just on everybody's mind right now. It's just
well, that's why I was talking about it.
Yeah.
And then you're
Rotate,
like,
rotate.
right before the rotate.
Rotate.
All right, look, since
This guy wants to play God.
since this is like the end of the segment, and we're about to lead it into the Mutineers homestand, I wanted to give the experts the chance to speak their mind in predictions.
We'll talk about coronavirus more. That's fine.
Well, the thing about the
we're gonna look back on this time, and we're gonna want to hear about what life
that's
was
what
like.
I've been saying. That's why I want to sort of keep this account.
Yeah,
I want to keep this experience. Like I wish I told Matt I wish I would have been vlogging during those times because I wish I would have been able to go into Walmart and see all the aisles of toilet like just disappear.
You didn't vlog that?
No, I didn't.
Your content, man.
I know. That's what I went through a dry spell where I had all the imagination necessary to pull off content. I just didn't have the execution power to make it. That's neither here or there. You still upload on a daily basis, and you're uploading how many videos a day?
It
we're on the
ranges
topic of
between
content?
I don't know 2 to 4 videos a day, depending on what comes out. Whole bunch of variety of games. Right now it's a little slow.
Yeah.
So, but when it picks up, we got like The Last of Us 2. A lot of good games coming out this summer. Yeah.
Do you play any other video games besides Call of Duty?
So I don't know. Not really. I've been playing a lot of like scary games at night, but other than
Like
that,
what?
They're not really scary. They're scary for me though. I've been playing like Resident Evil.
That's good.
It's kind of scary.
It was kind of scary. I can't think of any other ones right
Emily
now.
wants to play.
Emily wants to play. That one's not. It's
Who's Emily?
It's no e-girl, but it's a game.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a game. It's like I don't know. It's a freaky game.
do
Like,
the
Why don't you
clown
play that on
impression.
stream with the lights
I
off?
do.
He does.
I do.
Oh man,
I
it's
stream,
my
like,
fault for not
super late.
supporting.
It's all good. I play tens and I
You
go
should-
into scary games.
You should do the clown impression.
I'm not doing a clown impression, bro.
What clown impression? Now I'm intrigued.
It's like,
Okay.
Let's
Let's.
cut it.
Yeah. Can you remove that from the? Since this isn't live. can
Wait,
you
come
remove
on,
it?
man.
Hold on. We're striking it from the schedule. We're gonna move on. All right. So we have the Mutineers homestand. The first match is FaZe versus Paris. Then we have London, Ogla, or GLA, New York, Tor, Rocker, FL for Florida. I just abbreviate everything. Just no reason. It takes too long to say these long ass names. I made a petition for everybody to call us the Huntsmen instead of the Chicago Huntsmen. So please abide by the rules and call us the Huntsmen because it's easier. It's way bigger than Chicago up there, so just call it the easy thing. All right, experts. Actually, let's start with the non-experts. Big T. Big T.
Yes.
As a non-expert.
As a non-expert, what is the question?
FaZe versus Paris.
Oh, predictions. Well, I mean, look, we're thinking FaZe. Yeah, after this tournament, I think regardless of how they place, maybe if they come in last, they don't end up in first. But we're talking about the first place team in the CDL.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with FaZe. I know it's the easy way out. It's the easy pick.
I don't think that's an easy pick because I'm gonna tell you what. I do think the confidence is gonna be they have something to prove now.
Yeah.
Right. And we still haven't had a chance to play them. We haven't played them the entire season.
Yep.
Right. And I'll ask you how that feels because I know that you've been thirsting. You've been thirsting to put that to rest. You've been thirsting to make sure that people understood that it wasn't gonna be the monsters waiting for them at the end of the bracket. As who was that? One of them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I also think it's FaZe, even though Paris has stunned everybody from the beginning of the season. They were
Except us.
Huh?
Except us.
No, except us, of course. Yeah. But we still thought that it would be one of those things where since they didn't practice and this, but they surprised everybody. So we won't talk about that too much. But I do say FaZe. Who do you think?
FaZe.
Why?
Because they're FaZe clan.
I'm sorry.
Because they're FaZe clan. Just FaZe clan. FaZe up.
FaZe?
Listen.
Because they're playing Paris. You're saying it. FaZe.
No, I just think that they're just.
This
like,
dude calls Target Target.
Oh yeah. No, I just think that I think FaZe is just a better squad right now. That's it.
Are they though? Because they haven't been showing up.
Well, COD's all matchups, and I think the matchups between FaZe and Paris is definitely better.
I'm gonna tell you something about matchups before you give me your answer. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something about matchups. It is the truest thing. Can you pass me my hat? I feel naked up here. Thank you. I'm gonna tell you something about matchups. When Big Tower was playing way back when, I think it was Black Ops 1. there was one team that was sort of our kryptonite. We could beat everybody else except for Team Fear. Team Fear with Fizzerp, rest in peace, and Assassin, Moho, and somebody else.
Assassin did get that 1v4 clutch that one time, yeah. I do remember that. That's Black Ops 1. I don't remember them being
your
like
kryptonite.
the entire season. Really?
I do.
It was that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but it was like the one team that I never went to because
Yeah.
they would come up with the shotguns and shit, and I was just like,
They do
I'm
the
like,
weird shit.
Yeah.
They always pull out the weird shots.
Yeah. It's just I don't know, shotguns like.
And once they get in your head a little bit and you start recognizing them as your kryptonite, it just manifests it on it.
Yeah,
So you
it's
can't
like
think
quicksand.
like that.
The harder you try to get out,
Yes.
the more you sink in.
The more the shotguns came out.
The more the shotguns. So I do believe 1,000% that a team that can beat another one, you know what I'm saying.
Matchups are a thing. I
Yeah.
think.
So what do you think? FaZe versus Paris.
FaZe. There's no doubt in my mind. I think FaZe switched back roles after that last event. They had like a little role swap like we did. And I think they're going to get back to where they should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did they try in the role switch?
Major Maniac go to sub and Selim AR, but Selim does it all, so I don't know why they do that.
Right.
He's a good flex.
Yeah.
He does it all.
He does it all.
Like he's nasty. You're gassing him kind of hard.
He's not. He's pretty good. He's not as good as me though.
Yes.
There we
Man,
go.
You know what? I concur. All right. So we have London versus OGLA. Who do you have?
I'm going to take the Royal Ravens in that one. I've liked what I've seen from them throughout the year. So I think OGLA still got some things to work out and some kinks to work through. So I'll take London.
Okay. Well, this was a tough one for me, but I'm gonna go with my home people with London. Okay, I'm gonna go with London, being 6% from North Inglaterra.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go with the London Royal Ravens. Wuskins, Scraps, my boys, man. You know the
Great
nasty
guys.
men. I don't understand one of them. Right, Scraps, my man, Savonderhar. You know what I mean? So that's it. So yeah, I got London. I just like them better. You know, I think that from a skills perspective, guys, be serious. This is a serious show. God damn it. What do you think?
London. I just think that their pacing is going to be better because I mean they've been playing together basically for the entire year except for one switch up between Rated and Shawnee. But I mean, just from scrimming them and watching them play, I think they're just gonna definitely take advantage of like a less prepared Optic because you know how they're doing with the team switches and Optic's pacing isn't because they have two technically main ARs right now. So I just think London's gonna take that.
Yep.
London. Optic's been pissing me off. Those guys haven't finished a dom against us in like a couple months.
What's that mean?
They just quit out?
Yeah, they're dom. We haven't finished a scrim in months against them.
They just leave in the middle of the
They
scrim?
just leave after hard points. They're like, screw doms. And we suck at doms too. So I was like, we're not getting better.
Well, not anymore.
Ooh.
So you think they're doing that because they are
No,
good
they just
at
lose
dom?
full. No,
Oh, they just quit.
Yeah, they just lose composure and just get off.
Wow.
Were there scrims back then when you guys were playing?
There were scrims, yeah. We didn't do a lot of S&D. I don't know how much that
We don't.
hasn't.
No, no
Still
one does
no
S&D.
S&D. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you guys did practice?
yeah, for the most part. Black Ops 2, not
In
really.
between TNT runs, you guys were
In between
practice?
TNT runs. Yeah.
That's what we were doing.
yeah.
We made paper on that server. Such a good time in our history. All right, New York versus Toronto.
Ooh,
This one's tough.
this one is
Yeah,
a
I
tough one.
really
This
have
one's
no
a
idea
tough-
how to predict this.
Toronto.
Titans.
Huh?
This is the Titan series right here.
Why?
Oh, well, this is what we were talking about before the podcast. So in the standings, this is your dead last and next to dead last teams. But
they're
online,
Titans.
They're Titans.
online they're Titans.
They're Titans.
We're gonna make our decision and our prediction based off of what you guys mean. What do you mean the Titans?
Fucking Cammy MVP and Mac fucking melts, dude. Not touching them.
Oh my.
Didn't even know who they were before this year. Look at them now
Yeah.
in the league.
So they're like different teams online and on LAN.
I'm not saying anything about that. We don't have land anymore.
That's all
Yeah.
mine.
So does that play into your mind the fact that teams that you would be super confident against on a LAN setting because these lights do things to people? Shout out Explosive. Does that play into account everything that you're doing for the rest of the year, knowing that you may not have to go, to a LAN?
No, but I do think it affected our team a lot. I mean,
Yeah?
you could also see we made a roster change, but it's just, I don't know. It's for some people it's very different, but I think like it's still the same thing. Like it's an event, we all still want to win it, but It's just a little like we're not leaving our house. We're not leaving our house. Just a little change.
It's look. I was looking at my schedule and I was telling Matt and Josef, I'm like, this thing kind of came at a good time because it's gonna make us miss traveling. But the second that we start traveling every other weekend,
we're hating it.
It's gonna be brutal.
I just tweeted about how I miss traveling. I want to go on vacation, but it's like.
Yeah.
But when we get back into traveling, I'm like,
I just want to be home.
Just gonna start coughing on people again. Just to get it going.
Just walking around. I think it's COVID. I don't know why. I don't know, but I feel like I don't. It's not that I don't like traveling anymore. I just think that that's what it is. So neither of you gave me the answer. Who do you guys have? New York or Toronto?
I gotta go Toronto.
Stallions, Medallions.
I'm a Zuma fan. Let's go New York.
I mean, who isn't?
I don't know,
bro. It just depends on the day, dude. If Mac gets his Wheaties or if Cammy gets his Wheaties.
I don't know. They're both very talented teams, but I think New York's stronger.
Yeah, we hyped up Sensor in the New York squad quite a bit last podcast. I go with New York as well.
New York it is for me too. Attached, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Donnie.
A lot of potential. We know how this game plays, though. Anything can happen in any given moment.
Yeah, so. He's bro.
Donnie is really good.
Donnie snapped last week. I was watching. I'm like, oh, my man's is back. Not that he left, but my man's is really back. All right, so we have okay. So we got New York. All right, so we got London. You know what's crazy? If you look at the lineup, everybody on the left hand, I'm gonna go with Rocker. Because it's on the left side column.
Oh, and we chose everybody on the left.
Everybody
side.
on the left was the one that was being chosen. Yeah. The chosen one, the left. The left is always right. You know what I mean? Put that on a T-shirt, Matt. What do you think?
These are two teams that I underestimated, both of them, in like my preseason rankings. I had both these teams towards the lower end, and they both really surprised. I think they're 4 and 5 or 5 and 6 now, somewhere in the middle of the pack.
11, 47.
I'm gonna go with Rocker. I'll say Minnesota as well.
Ashley Midnight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Ashley and Gary V. You know what I mean? Who do you guys think?
It's like similar to like the Toronto versus
I think it's a very close
New York. It's gonna be very close. I definitely think Florida has that like weird play style where like they're always sneaking cool havoc routes, and then you got Roker that they're always structured. Like they're a very teamwork dependent team. Yep. So I'd probably give the little bit edge to Roker, but then like Florida literally like they pull stuff like random plays that you would never expect. So I'll go with Roker, but it's gonna be close.
Florida. Is it Roker or Rocker? I thought it was Rocker.
I don't know.
Fluff. It's Minnesota to me. I'm going with Florida.
Minnesota. Oh, are you?
Yeah. Florida. Yeah. I think. I just think they know how to play the game better than everyone else right now.
Yeah.
And like us, FaZe, Dallas is just like we're those top teams, but like Florida, like they could get away with like beating us just because
they sneak a lot.
Us three teams probably just think like we're just that much more talented than every other team.
Yeah.
But Florida's like, yeah, we know we're not as good as you, but we know how to play the game better than you, and that's how they keep beating us. Right. Unfortunately,
that's good though. That gives everybody hope, right? Yeah. Somebody like me that I may not be as talented, but if I use my brain correctly and study really, really hard, and my awareness becomes something way more than what it is right now, I think I can make this happen, man. You want a team? Big team?
No, but going back to Florida, they got a funny Twitter account too. I like their Twitter account.
Do you?
Yeah, they're always tweeting out.
Oh, they always tweet about
funny things.
I don't know. I don't see that stuff.
Oh, I saw that. I almost tweeted sometimes.
Did something happen recently? There was
there's
a little
Chicago
tweet.
Event. When Chicago doesn't see us at their event and it just showed a bunch of people dancing, I was like,
yeah,
these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
No, I think the funniest.
These mutton-ears.
Yeah, these mutton-ears.
The funniest one was when New York says how it feels to have headache, how it feels to have a stomach, how it feels to lose the subliners. That was actually fun.
That was a good juice tweet for me.
That was good.
I had fun with that tweet.
Yeah, you did. You came back. I'm a big fan of ignore.
Me too. I ignored it. Then it was my time to shine.
So you didn't ignore it.
They ignored me.
Did they? They didn't reply?
No,
what are they gonna say? I will say this, and I don't know if it's because these Warzone players are big fans of the Mutineers or what, but in Warzone I see Huntsmen. And then I see Mutineers more than anybody. And they do have... I will say this. Maybe because of Maniac. I think it's because of Nick Maniac Kirshner.
Our guy.
But the Atlanta FaZe, those guys are the tryhards, though.
Wait, we were talking about this the other day, like the different
Yeah, Atlanta FaZe are the
uniforms.
tryhards. Those guys are the tryhards.
Those are the guys that think it's cool to hate on the Huntsmen, so they wear that one.
Yeah, get my body bagged every time I die in Warzone now. This
Yep.
FaZe guys just up and down on me. I'm like, yeah, come on. I'm just trying to have a good time. I'm not even streaming.
What do you think? Who takes the whole thing?
Who takes the whole thing? You know what? The easy pick is always gonna be, the number one squad.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go off. The rocker a little bit, bro, and choose the rocker. I'm gonna say Minnesota. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna follow up. I'm gonna follow you up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Ashley Midnight, the Rocker.
There we go.
Yeah. My sis is overdue for one, because they've gotten so close, and we're not in it. We're their matchup. We are their kryptonite. They just get so close, and they just can't pull it
I'm
off.
gonna choose rocker, but FaZe.
What do you think?
FaZe. I just think with them going back with the role switch, I just think they're just gonna have like that, chip on their shoulder and play with the fire because
If they play mad, that might get ugly, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm not going to FaZe because Abizi's been playing with too much Warzone.
Oh,
Has he been?
has he been
Yeah,
undeady?
he's been undeadied. I'm going to go New York. I think they showed a lot of potential, especially playing against us the first time. Even the second time, we just clutched up. They're a good team. Like, they got way better with Mac belts. Even though it's an online LAN thing, it doesn't matter since we're online. But
Are they all together in Atlanta, or did they go home?
I have no idea. I actually no clue. Every time I hop in a scrim, I was like, Charlie, who are we playing? They're like, oh, this, and we're on a dedicated server this time. I was like, okay, I don't care.
Now with Deddy servers, and speaking of Deddy servers, I heard a lot of praise from the players. Crim6, obviously one of the biggest critics, pretty much speaking what everybody else was thinking. But then immediately after that, the league started expanding their server rentals or whatever. And are they better? Have you noticed anything better?
They got way better. Like the first weekend we played, we're skipping all over the map. Like obviously we're here this time or like that time, and we're just all trying not to say anything bitch about it. But like this last weekend, it was fantastic. Like other than, never mind. Yeah, there's been no problem with it the last weekend.
Okay, well, the cleaning crew's here, which means that we have to end the show.
I got thrown off.
We got thrown off. Like bottles are clanging, like people are picking it up. It's all good because I'd rather end the show early and have a clean office and a dirty office and a good show or a good outro for the show. The thing is this is also about to get into into like gambling. Gambling's becoming such a big thing, right? Like they're everywhere. I obviously can't. You guys obviously can't because of rules. Well, you can.
Gambling what? What are you talking about? On the matches?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can put money on the matches. Wait, I could probably do it this time around. And I'll obviously don't worry about it, man. We're just shooting the show. I think that since we're not competing in this one,
yeah,
I think I could put some down. But you know what? Just to be safe, I'm not gonna do it.
I got a lot of tweets last time we played.
Yeah, they were mad that you let them down.
Mad tweets, yes. But
because you put some bets down, or what?
No, because they put bets on him.
Okay, yeah, those are the worst, dude. Live up to your own bets. Blame it on the players.
I know, man.
Good Lord,
I cry every time I see the
not
tweets.
saying that I do. What I don't do is that I don't tweet at them. When I was playing fantasy football, not once. Okay, maybe once. I tweeted at somebody and said, "Yo, you just lost me my lead." So thank you for that. Closing comments, anybody? As we head into this, we're actually gonna go plop our butts down there and watch it live.
Looking forward to a good event and some food. I'm ready to eat.
Ooh, nachos.
Yeah,
pizza.
Guys, in the description down below, you're going to see a link to the league. They're not asking us to do this. As I said last time, it's just we wanted to create another special piece of content that we're going to do it.
Bro.
So on the first line, you'll see it. Let's get to it. Go click there and tell them, God damn it, go in there. And as usual, and as per usual, tell them what time the Huntsmen play so they can get really mad because we're not playing at all this weekend. But ask them. We'll see you next time. Drop the pen.
Drop the mic.